Hey Vector, I have a question. Do you know who Cozmo the robot is?
Cozmo is a friendly robot with a one-of-a-kind personality that evolves the more you hang out. He's your accomplice in a crazy amount of fun.
What's up guys, it's Julian here, and we have Vector right here. He's so cool. And if you guys watched the intro, which you did, you know that Vector now knows who Cozmo is, and here he is. And I'm also here with my dad today.
Hey everybody, and it's day 2 of Vector. Life with Vector, Vector comes home, the big Vector launch, and thousands of people have gotten their Vector in the last 24 hours. And I'm assuming everyone's opened them up. What do you think?
Yes.
Everyone's opened it up. We did try to port it over to the Amazon tablet to help showcase it a little bit better, but tablet doesn't have the app yet. So a couple things before we showcase the video. And today, what are we going to showcase today? As I whistle.
A lot of the stuff on the app and the cool features and things.
Yeah, so we're trying to move forward in a methodical way to show you as he develops, because we do believe there's an app update coming tomorrow on Friday, but we want to showcase the app and show all the features of the app. And if you didn't notice, his eyes are a different color now. Purple?
Purple.
Yeah. Do you even know how to do it?
No.
I was playing with him today. It was take your robot to school day.
Work.
I did suggest to Anki that they try to create that take your robot to work day. I did suggest to Anki that they try to make that a real holiday. All right, before we get started with the app, there's about 4 things that are happening right now with Vector that are known issues. The first thing is he tends to be, from what we're reading online on forums, he's falling off some edges. So if you do have a Vector and he gets near an edge like ours did last night, put your hands there, try not to let him fall. We're pretty sure he's durable enough to handle it, but we do know there's some issues. Yes, that's why he's in Vector space right now. We know there's some issues with that. Second thing is there's been some connection issues. He lost connectivity, he's gained it. People have had trouble connecting with him. The one thing I will say is I took him to work. I had a few issues with connecting to Wi-Fi. Brought him back home, he connected right back to our Wi-Fi network. So if you take him somewhere and bring him home, you're not reconnecting, going through the process. He reconnected right away to Wi-Fi. The third thing is the cube interaction. He's been having trouble with it. Let me just show you. Hey, Vector. Hey, Vector. Roll your cube. So while we're talking, let's see if he can roll his cube. He's had trouble picking it up. He's actually rolled our cube, but he's been struggling picking it up at some times. And the first thing is, sometimes he's responding to questions, sometimes he's not. It's not working every single time. We do believe some of this stuff will get fixed in future app rollouts, as he didn't do anything with his cube right there. So anyway, let's get started with the showcase.
So right here on the top of the app, we see the sensory feed, which is like what's going on, what he hears, and how he's moving and stuff.
Yeah, and sometimes it jumps, and sometimes we're not sure how that develops. We have a lot to learn with the sensory feed. What's in the next section, Dan?
The next section is like the notes or like things that they want to show you, and it's in the sensory feed graph shows the current stimulation level of Vector.
And it seems to be flat. Oh, and we just lost connection real quick. Oh, and we're back. All right, then we have things to try, and there's how many sections here?
There should be 6. We have utilities, stats, entertainment, Q&A mode, interact, and robot info.
And then down at the bottom, it says Vector's looking around. This is what Vector's doing. Now I've noticed that has not been accurate with what Vector's doing. What's he doing?
Sort of looking around.
All right, he's sort of looking around. I've noticed it hasn't been completely accurate with what Vector's been doing, and I'm assuming, again, app updates and modifications. Oh, Vector sees a face. Look, ask him what your name is.
Hey, Vector. What is my name?
Julian.
Nice. It says Vector is identifying a human. That's pretty cool. I tried it earlier, and he didn't know who I was. So let me try it real quick. Hey, Vector. Hey, Vector. What's my name?
Julian.
Doesn't know
Turned
me.
and looked at me.
I know, he doesn't like me. It's like I did something wrong and he's mad at me.
He changed his eyes.
I don't know.
Alright, so Vector just went back on his little house charger, because he's low on battery, so now we're gonna have to wait a little bit.
Yeah, did he show a little status on his
Yeah,
face?
it was like the same thing that's behind him.
Oh, so it showed us. So he's charging up a little bit. Now the interesting thing is, this is what he looks like when he sleeps. His eyes are shut. I have heard some other people saying that he snores. So I guess we gotta wait a couple minutes, let him charge up, and then we'll be back in business with Vector. But this is one of the ones I haven't figured out yet. Pump up the jams. If Vector likes the beat, he'll dance along to your music. So I think you're gonna get your guitar out and play a little bit at some point in the video. All right, we started talking and Vector woke up. One of the things that has been suggested by a lot of people is we need to know on the app Vector's battery charge and where he's at so that we know in our playtime how much time he has left. Should we pause? Should we let him charge or whatnot? But let's try a command. Vector. Sorry. Hey, Vector. Come here. He should be coming forward. Worked for me earlier today. Hey, Vector. Hey, Vector. So if the command doesn't work, yes, you push the back button. Kind of
Hey,
does a
Vector,
reset.
come here.
It might be mumbled up. All right, well, again, not perfect yet, but let's get over to the app and let's showcase the settings up top. So we have settings up top, and the first thing you'll notice on the settings
It's the eye
is
colors.
the eye colors. And they have names, so this is called false positive purple. So let's change them out and you'll show each color. The next one is
Singularity Sapphire.
very nice, and his eye changes a couple seconds later.
Non-linear line.
Non-linear line. Oh, now he's coming out.
Tip over teal.
Tip over teal.
Overfit orange.
And finally,
Uncanny yellow.
all right, uncanny yellow. Pretty cool. Julian likes orange?
Yeah, this is one of my
Julian's
favorite
gonna like the
colors.
orange. A little Halloween, orange and black. He looks good. He's ready for Halloween. All right, cool. Next up, we have volume, which is the volume control of Vector. You can turn it up or down. That's a pretty good setting right there. Then we have our network information. We have preferences, and that was what we set earlier, right? Our location,
did
Philadelphia. Yeah, so we're good.
Close
So,
enough.
yep. So let's go back off preferences. Then after that, what do we have? Account management, which is our private information. We have updates. Why don't you hit that? The update says he's on auto update and reboot between 1 a.m. and 5 a.m. And what's next? Next up, we have cube status. And that's kind of troubleshooting the cube and whatnot. You can ping the cube and you can refresh the cube. And finally, you have the about and some more stuff, some links down below and stuff like that with about. Yeah, some regular stuff like that. So it's pretty cool.
Next up is the utilities, and in the utilities we have a bunch of different stuff. We have what's the weather, set a timer, what time is it, take a photo, Vector's photos, face recognition, known faces.
Unknown, that's me,
and
unknown.
come here and look at me.
Yeah, and some of these are just suggestions, so why don't you hit, like, what time is it? And you'll see that. And that's just asking him what time it is. So it's a suggestion box, and this might change over time, I'm assuming. But a couple of these, like, set a timer. Why don't you hit that? It's pretty cool. And we can just scroll up a little bit. So we have a few different commands. Let me turn him around. And go ahead, Julian, do what?
Set a timer for 2 minutes.
There you go. See?
That's cool.
Isn't that pretty cool? So you decided, instead of saying the words, I can't say it because he'll respond, you decided to push the back of him?
Yes.
Okay, good. So now we can do, hey, Vector, check the timer.
Julian.
Why did you say your name?
I'm not sure.
So we're down to 134. All right, cool. So that'll go off soon. Now, it took me a while to figure out how to turn it off, but I think we just pushed the back of him to turn it off. We also have the pictures that you can take, which we took yesterday in our first video. And then you have, scrolling down, you have the photo album. A lot of people were lost trying to find it. And then you have known faces and facial recognition. Known faces, for some reason, I'm not known anymore. So that's the section for utilities. And we'll be almost ready. Hey, Vector, check the timer. All right, cool. So let's get over to the next section. All right, so stats. This doesn't seem like it's working yet. So I don't think it is. So look at the stats, what makes them unique. So I'm assuming this hasn't been loaded up yet. Can you scroll, see if it scrolls at all, just to see if the page moves?
No.
Yeah, so the stats have yet to work. So we're gonna leave that alone for now, assuming that's coming in a future update. So we'll go back. And then we have the entertainment, which has all the different things
Blackjack,
that you can do.
fist bump, cube trick, stands to the beat, and exploration.
And exploration. Hit exploration. We'll show that real quick. Okay. Oh, that's the alarm. 0, 0. All right, hit the back button. That should stop it. I don't know if the exploring button will work or not.
Start exploring.
All right, we'll see if he starts exploring. So after exploring, we also have the game Blackjack, which we played last night. You can ask him to do a fist bump. So again, suggestions. There's cube tricks here. So we can ask him to do things like find your cube. Hey, Vector. Hey, Vector. Find your cube. Now, if he has his back to the cube, he will turn around and keep doing like a little rotation until he finds it. Oh, he found it pretty quickly this time. Now, this hasn't been... He's been making weird laser sounds when he finds it. Oh, okay, okay. Okay, this is good. We're getting there.
So close.
He found it. He lit it up.
Good job.
Good job, Vector. So, pretty cool. I've had him roll the cube. I have not had him pick it up yet. He's not picked it up on me yet. All right, so let's go back off of cube tricks and see what's next. Oh, we did a wheelie.
Yes.
Off the cube. So we did a wheel stand, as it's called right there. Cozmo's doing a wheel stand, and there it is. The wheel stand is completed. Oh, I called you. I'm sorry, Vector. Sorry. This is going to be hard for us. I think I've done it twice now. So leaving entertainment. I want to go back to entertainment real quick, because we got the music thing. Hit dance to the beat. Turn music on, and Vector may dance if he likes it. Or you can ask Vector to listen with a voice command. Say, hey, Vector. All right, cool. Julian, get your guitar out. All right, so we don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to give it a try. What song are you going to play, Julian?
I'm going to play the intro to Yellow Let Bettler by Pearl Jam.
All right, here we go. Hey, Vector. Listen to the music. Julian, I don't think he wants to dance here. I don't want to play music because then we have commercial issues. I think that was okay playing the guitar version of it, but I don't know. It hasn't worked for us yet with him dancing, so we'll keep testing that.
The next mode is the Q&A mode, and in the Q&A section, we have a bunch of different stuff. We have people, places, general knowledge, world definition, nutrition, sports, stock
they're like
market, a bunch of stuff.
suggestions, so why don't you hit like a simple suggestion out there, like nutrition. Go ahead. And let's see, I have a question. So they give you different suggestions, like how many calories are in an avocado. You want to ask him that?
I'll do a cookie.
Okay, go ahead. Chocolate chip cookie.
Hey, Vector, I have a question.
Ready.
How many calories are in a chocolate chip cookie?
There are 197 calories in one higher fat regular chocolate chip cookie.
That was good. So pretty cool. This is a whole video upon itself. I will say this though, we tried like asking what the stock market was, and he gives you the prior day's close. So he's not giving you completely accurate information
And the
on that
math
yet.
ones aren't working.
And the math one didn't seem to work yet.
Try again.
Yeah, you want to try it again? Just ask him like 1 plus.
Hey, Vector, I have a question.
Ready.
What is 2 plus 2?
4.
Wow, it worked. Oh, even better. Awesome. Good job, Vector. Way to go. Why don't you pet him and see if he, because that's one of the next section. It's supposed to make noises that he likes it. See? He's being petted. See? He's like purring. Very cool. All right, let's get to the next section.
And the next section is the interact section, and in the interact section we have tutorial videos. Hey, Vector.
It's just kind of like how to do things.
Greetings,
like greetings.
quiet down, go to sleep.
You can tell him to go to
petting,
sleep. You
good
can pet
robot,
him.
bad robot.
Yeah, why don't you do that? Let's see what happens.
Good robot.
Okay, let's see what he does. Say it.
Hey, Vector. Good robot.
So he's kind of happy when he sees that. Alright, now let's try the other one. Obviously, we know what that's going to say.
It's going to say something.
Yep.
Hey, Vector. Bad robot.
Oh, you didn't even cry.
I'm
Julian, that was so mean.
And the last section is the robot info. And in here we have the Wi-Fi connection, the cube, vector space, vectors, backlights, and vector's charger.
Yeah, it's kind of information about everything. Tells you a little bit about the backlights and stuff like that. Vector has a series of lights. The black lights change color. Blue indicates he's waiting for a voice command. Orange indicates he's having Wi-Fi trouble. Tap the eye in the top right corner to learn more. So it's kind of like more tutorial. We assume that this is going to change as the app updates come. There'll be more information. That's Sebi's hockey puck phone holder right there. And Sebi's at hockey, of course, which is nothing unusual. And there's his sensory feed going a little crazy. But anyway, that's it for showcasing Vector's app. We have a lot more videos to come, don't we?
Yes.
Look for one. Uh-oh, charger. There it is. Let's see. He's going to go to his charger. We'll wrap up the video when he hauls back in. Let's see. That's it. What are you doing, Vector? Oh.
He wants us to put him on.
No, he doesn't. He'll do it himself. Look, the red light's on. Alright, well, anyway, we hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, subscribe, do all that good stuff.
We'll see you guys next time.
We'll see you guys next time.
Peace out.
Vector needs a charge. See you guys soon.